In this video, I'm going to tell you about all of the different professional Diabolos that I have behind me. Which beanbag? Hello! My name is Daniel. Welcome to Circus-expert. A professional Diabolo is often a big, lightweight and quite strong and stiff plastic Diabolo, unlike some of the more budget models that are more rubberized and are beginner friendly. And with Diabolo, it's one of those things where it really helps to have a very high quality Diabolo because it will make your tricks easier. So upgrading your Diabolo might make new things possible, and that's why we recommend professional Diabolos even to hobbyist players. There's many to go through, but let me quickly glance over some budget models that you might start with. For example, we have a bunch from Mr. Babash, we have the Typhoon and the Hurricanes. There's a few Diabolos from Henry's, like I actually started out with a Henry Circus Diabolo and they still make them. They're very robust and they last for a very long time. But if you are a more serious player, you might want to move up a segment. For example, we have Diabolos also from Henry's. This is the Vision. And the Vision is a nice example of a Diabolo that comes in two types. There is a bearing Diabolo and a non-bearing Diabolo. And the difference between these I explain in more detail in another video, but in really short terms, the bearing makes that the axle doesn't spin, so it doesn't have friction on the string, it spins on a bearing inside, whereas a fixed axle, well, as it says, the axle is fixed and rotates together with the Diabolo. They both allow for different tricks, they have different benefits and consequences to them, but overall, just know that there's two different types. Vision is a nice one. There's also the Beach from Henry's. The Beach is a tiny bit smaller and a tiny bit lighter, but that might be your preference. And then other brands, for example, we have Hyperspin. Hyperspin, it's a beautiful Diabolo and it has a very stable bearing. These bearings from Hyperspin, they're very nice, they're very silent. They have 3 bearings inside, they spin very well, and they come in a variety that has a translucent cup and a non-translucent cup. Or, if you like a very light Diabolo, they have the Superb edition, which is yet another 50 grams lighter and also very popular at the moment. Another popular brand that makes mostly fixed axle Diabolos at the moment is Diabolo. And Diabolo we have the Super and the Pearly. The Pearly, they have a little bit of a wider axle, so that's more suitable for finger spins or perhaps for stick rides as well. The Pearly, I really like their solid colors. They look very nice close up. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but if you don't like solid colors, you could also go for the Glary, which has these translucent cups and they look very nice when you spin them. And the Glary, they have white hubs or black hubs, and the same is true for the Supers. They come in different color variations with white or black hubs. The hubs are this little plastic piece next to the axle. And then the last shelf is for Sandia, or well, Sandia, there's actually also another Diabolo in here. This one comes with the LED kit pre-installed. We have LED kits for most of the Diabolos actually here, and some of them you can add on later, and we can actually also ship most of them with an LED kit pre-installed. But enough about Diabolo, we were going to look at Sandia. For example, we have here the Shining. The Shining comes in different color variations. This one has a translucent cup again. And this one has a marble effect on the plastic. And both of these are bearing Diabolos. And you may notice, if you look closely, there is a plastic ring inside. You're supposed to take it out when you want to play with them. But for transport, you don't want your Diabolo to be squeezed for long in an odd position, because then they will actually stretch and warp. You want them to remain as round as possible, because that's how you stay stable. So you put the ring in, and then you can be sure that they are in perfect condition when you take them out of your bag. These have 3 bearings inside. There's also Diabolos that have 5 bearings inside. They spin even more quietly, even more stably. And that's, for example, this Falcon. And if you like the Falcon, if you think the pattern is nice, but you don't want a Diabolo with bearings, because maybe you want to play with multiple Diabolos at the same time, like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, there's also a Falcon with a fixed axle. So they're the same Diabolo, just the axle is different on these 2. Then of course there are novelty Diabolos, like for example this Fire Diabolo. You wrap Kevlar around and then you can put it on fire. But one of the most advanced Diabolos we have at the moment is the Sandia Evolution. The Sandia Evolution once again comes in a 5 bearing version and a fixed axle version. But the nice thing about this is that it has a plastic cup that is a bit flexible like the ones that you're used to, but on the inside There's some harder plastic, and if you want to do corrections, for example, you have multiple diabolos in your string, you want to hit it on the sides to be able to slightly rotate it off axle, then by having a harder plastic on the middle, you have more control over it than if you had a softer cup. So these are the inventions from Sandia that make that kind of thing possible. The evolutions, the falcons, the shinings, the different diabolos, the hyperspins, and a bunch of Henrys. We have a lot of different options for you within our professional Diabolo sections. I hope that this little video helps you select, and otherwise you can always look on our website where also the sizes and the weights are mentioned. And good luck picking out a Diabolo that is fun for you.